Welcome guys, today's Monday. It is January 15th and we are here for our Pilates yoga combo. That just simply means we're going to do half Pilates, half yoga. We'll start out with Pilates, which will get us all warmed up. Things to watch out for, we want to make sure we're consistently breathing. We don't want to be holding our breath. And I will cue your breathing, but if you happen to exhale and I say inhale, as long as you're breathing, it's all good. We want to make sure in Pilates that we're not pulling on the head or the neck. The goal is to use the abdominals to do the work. So if you're feeling tension in your neck, you're going to take a little break and then jump back in when you can. The third thing to watch out for is overuse of lower back. It is part of our core, but we want it to be just part of the movement, but not executing the movement. So that all that work is going to come from those abdominals. We're going to start with some relaxation. So let's go ahead and go down onto our backs. Let our arms rest at our sides. Turn our palms open face to the sky. So just close your eyes and we want to breathe deeply in through the nose, feeling the expansion of the belly, back, and rib cage on the inhale. Exhaling out through the mouth. And as we're exhaling out through the mouth, we want to make sure we're pursing our lips or clenching our teeth a bit so that we're forcing the air out through a smaller space, which in turn works the abdominals just by breathing. Now we're going to make sure that we've bring some awareness into our arms, and I want you to feel a long stretch in your arms from your shoulders to your fingertips. So we're tensing the arms, but everything else is relaxed. And then let the arms go soft and do the same with your legs. We're going to tense the muscles in the legs, stretching from our hips, pushing out through the heels, but keeping the rest of the body relaxed. And then let the legs go soft. And now let's focus in on the belly. And remember that your belly is a voluntary muscle group, so you can tell those abdominals what to do. We're telling them to pull down, like we're trying to press our belly button against our spine. We're going to hold it like that without holding our breath, without tensing the rest of our body. And let that release. Try again, pulling down, navel to spine, holding it nice and firm. And let's release. And one more time, navel to spine. So this is something you can practice even when you're not in class. Navel to spine, whether you're walking, whether you're seated, whether you're lying down. And then let the belly go soft. Now let's inhale both arms skyward and exhale behind us. Stretching out through all of your fingers. Push out through your heels. Make your body super long. Feel all that space in your spine. And then let your body go soft. Next, we're going to inhale the arms back up. Exhale, return them to your sides. Once there, let's pull left knee to chest. Give it a nice close hug. And then just flex and point our foot. So we want to warm up our ankle. We want to warm up our toes. We're going to roll the ankle around slowly. And then let's reverse. And then just allow your foot to rest. And just do a little gentle circle with the knee around and around. And go the other way. So we want to really warm up the hip here. We want to make sure the knee doesn't go out past the edge of the hip. And then just hug that knee in nice and close. Sending that leg out, let's switch. Bring the right knee in. First we start with our good close hug, and then we can add in our point and flex of our foot. And then that slow ankle rotation. And reverse. And then we'll just let the foot rest and circle the knee around. So again, just warming up the hip a little bit. And then let's reverse. And then just hug the knee in close. Next, we're going to bring both knees in. So let's give ourselves a giant hug. Knees to chest, shoulders relaxed on the mat. Gentle rock side to side. Massaging either side of our spine. hold in neutral, and then from there, circling knees round and round. Going the other way, that's getting at that lower back. And then just keep the knees tucked in nice and close. Now tighten the belly as you press through the back of your ribs. And let's round up. So nose comes close to the knees, chin towards the chest. And release. Try again. First tightening the belly. That's going to give us the power to bring the head, neck, shoulders off the mat. And release back down. Once more, tightening the belly, rounding up, nose toward knees, chin towards chest. And then from there, make a triangle shape with your thumb and index fingers, placing that lightly on the back of the head. Elbows wide. Separate knees, heels together, toes apart. Inhale, push straight. Exhale, back in. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. Now as you push out, toes together, heels apart. As you pull back in, heels together, toes apart. So we inhale, exhale. It's like an arrowhead and a V. Arrowhead and a V. Arrowhead and two more. Arrowhead, one more. Arrowhead and V. Now bring knees and feet together, scrunching up our toes. Press through the arches of your feet. Pull back in. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Continue, flex your foot. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Two more. Inhale, one more. Inhale, exhale. Now push the legs out straight, point and flex. So we've got 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Stay there. Arms come alongside the body off the mat, palms facing up. Level 1, you can set your feet down with your knee bent. Level 2, you can lift your feet but keep the knees bent. Level 3, those legs are extended out, toes close, heels apart. Inhale for 5 pumps, and then exhale for 5 pumps. Now flip your hands over. Inhale. Flip. 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 And hold right there. Knees tuck in. Whoo, down goes your head and breathe. Good. From there, let's go ahead and rest the feet down on the mat. We should feel a little bit warmed up and ready for some roll-ups. Starting with the knees bent, feet on the floor. Keep the legs pressed together. Arms behind us on the mat, shoulders relaxed and open. As we inhale, first we lift the arms, feel the shoulders drop back. Exhale, scoop the belly in, peel yourself up, come up as far as you can. Inhale, and then exhale, roll back down. So we inhale, arms up, shoulders drop back. Scooping that belly in to peel you up as far as you can. Inhale, exhale, tuck, and roll down. Inhale, arms up, shoulders drop back. Coming up as far as we can. Inhale, exhale, tuck, and roll down. Again, inhale, arms up, shoulders drop back. Inhale, and exhale, tuck, and roll down. Now, if you're confident that you're not using your legs to get you up, stretch them out straight, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, arms up, shoulders drop back. Exhale, coming up. Stretch as far as you can. Inhale, exhale, tuck, and roll down. Again, inhale, arms up, shoulders drop back. Come up as far as you can, stretch. Inhale, exhale, tuck, and roll down. Again, inhale, arms up, shoulders drop back. Coming up as far as you can. Inhale, exhale, tuck, and roll down. Again, inhale, arms up, shoulders drop back. Coming up, stretch as far as you can. Inhale, exhale, tuck, and roll back down. Once we're down, stretch your body out nice and straight. And then let's bring the knees back in towards the chest, giving ourselves a nice tight hug. Tighten the belly, press through the back of the ribs, come back up into that C shape. Arms at our sides, palms facing up. Now bend your elbows, fingertips touch shoulders. Inhale, push arms and legs straight. Open, close, just legs. Exhale, bend the knees and then the elbows. Inhale, push, open, close. exhale, knees, elbows. Inhale, push, open, close, 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 exhale, knees. 2 more. Inhale, push, open, close, exhale, knees. 1 more. Inhale, push, open, close, exhale, knees, elbows. Tuck the knees in, rest your head down, and breathe. All right, from here, let's rest our feet down. Knees bent, arms at our sides, palms to the sky. Extend the left leg to the sky so your toe is pretty much over your nose. Level 2, you can push your right leg out straight. Left leg crosses right, circles out and up. So I want you to trace a circle on the ceiling directly above you. That's about the size of a large beach ball. And while that leg's circling, nothing else is moving. Last 2. 1 more. Now go the other way. Out first and then in and up. Last 2. 1 more. And hold up. Now let's bring the other leg up. Toes close, heels apart. We're going to inhale, drop the legs about halfway down. Sweep around, come back together. Inhale down. Now if you're finding that when you're lowering those legs, you start to feel this in your lower back, despite the fact that you've got your belly button pulled in super tight, don't go as low. Don't go halfway. Try going just a quarter of the way. Last 2. 1 more. And hold right there. Now we'll switch. Keep the right leg extended, toes on the ceiling, left knee bent, foot on the mat, level 1. Level 2, leg goes out straight. Right leg crosses left, circles out and up. There are those large beach balls on the ceiling. Last 2. 1 more. Now other way, out first and then in and up. Last 2. 1 more. And hold there. Bring the other leg back up. Toes close, heels apart. This time legs sweep around, they pull together. Exhale, lift. Inhale around. Last 2. 1 more. Hold the legs up. Now both legs circle to the left, around and up, and then to the right, around and up. Make your circle smaller. Think about a basketball, and that's the size of the circle that you're tracing. And each circle has its own beginning and its own ending. Last set. Last circle. Hold up. Good. Tuck the knees in and breathe. Okay, from there, let's go ahead and roll ourselves up. Once we're upright, let's work on our spine stretch. So we need to sit up nice and tall, legs apart, no wider than our hips, flexing those feet. Remember, you can elevate your hips with a pillow or another mat that's rolled up if need be. Arms out in front of you. We want to keep our arms shoulder level. And we want to make sure that our armpits stay over our hips the whole time. So we inhale in preparation. On the exhale, we start tightening the belly. And as we do, the spine rounds, the chin drops to the chest. Push out through fingers and feet. And then inhale slowly back up, lower, middle, upper spine, and head. Try again. Exhale, scooping in, rounding the spine, chin to chest. Push out through fingers and feet. Inhale, lift back up, lower, middle, upper spine, and head. Exhale, scooping the belly in, round the spine, drop chin to chest, push out through fingers and feet. Inhale, lift back up, lower, middle, upper spine, and head. Exhale again, scooping the belly and round the spine, drop chin to chest, push out through fingers and feet. Inhale, lift back up, lower, middle, upper spine, and head. Again, exhale, scooping the belly in, round the spine, dropping chin to chest, push out through fingers and feet. And then inhale, lift back up, lower, middle, upper spine, and head. Now let the arms come down, do a couple shoulder rolls back front. Remove that elevation if you're using it. We'll bring our legs back together, and then let's bend our knees and get ready to roll like a ball. So rolling like a ball, we want to get our thighs as close to our ribs as we can, toes close, knees apart, shoulders down, chin to chest, and you're going to tuck your nose down between your knees. Level 2, same thing, but you can bring your hands across your shins. So we're using only the belly to pull us back, and only the belly to bring us back up again. And you can do these at your own pace. Making sure that we're not rocking back onto the neck. Let's all try one more. And then just hang out once you're finished. And we're going to keep the left knee and stretch the right leg out and roll back until we end up in our C shape. Right hand goes atop right knee. Left hand goes atop left ankle, elbows open. Let's alternate. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Switch, hold. Switch, hold. One more. Switch, hold. Now tuck both knees in. Hands rest on your ankles, your shins, or the tops of your feet. As we inhale, arms and legs stretch out. Exhale, sweep the arms around, knees tuck in. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, pull. Double leg stretch. Last 2. And one more. Hold right there. Good. Now let's extend the left leg to the sky. Hands as close to your ankles as you can reach. Right leg up also. Left leg's going to draw towards the face. Right leg pulls away from the face, and then we switch. And remember, our hands are simply guiding our leg into place. We're not yanking or forcing. Last 2. And 1. Good, now let's bring both legs together. Toes touching, heels apart. You can rest your head for a moment. Triangle shape, thumb and index fingers under your tailbone for level 1. Behind your head for level 2. Everybody up in our C shape. Inhale, drop slowly, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, pull, lift. Inhale, lower. So we're making sure that we're never feeling that buttocks lifting up. Never straining through lower back. Last 2. And one more. Hold up. Good. Now everybody hands behind the head, knees to chest, up in that C shape. Keep the left knee and right leg out, and then start with just the legs, alternating in and out. So we've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay, lift a little higher. Opposite armpit crosses to the knee. Then we switch. Lift, twist, 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 lift, twist. Here's 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and just stay. Switch, stay. Switch one more. Switch and stay. Tuck the knees in. Rest the head down. Breathe. Then let's rest our feet down, knees bent, open arms wide. Drop your knees off to the left and look right. Bring the knees back up. Go ahead and drop them off to your right and look left. And then come back to neutral. Now let's bring our arms to our sides, palms facing up. Feet on the floor. Keep them hips distance, toes in, heels out. Tightening the belly, we're going to peel off the mat. We're going to press as high as we can without feeling any weight in our neck, but lots of work in the buttocks and the hamstrings. And then exhale, slowly sink back down. Try again, tightening the belly, peeling up off the mat, pressing our hips as high as we can. And then exhale, sinking back down. Again, let's tighten the belly and slowly peel up, pressing those hips nice and high. And then exhale as we slowly sink back down. Tighten the belly and slowly peel up, pressing our hips up nice and high. And then exhale as we melt back down. Let's try one more of those, tightening the belly, peeling up off the mat. I want you to stay in your bridge, pull the left knee in, extend it nice and high to the sky, and then we're going to lower and lift. Flex, point, down, up. Last two, and one. Let's hold the leg up, circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Reverse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Big hold. Good, and then bend your knee, place the foot down, continue to press the hips up, switch legs, extend, hold, lower and lift, flex, point, down, up. Last two, and one, hold the leg up, circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, reverse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, big hold. Set the foot back down, continue to press hips a little higher, and then slowly melt down one segment at a time. From there, tuck the knees in, give yourself a nice hug, add in those side to side rocks, couple knee circles round and round, and then let's reverse. Good, and then from there, as we exhale, let's roll all the way up. Once you've made it up, let's do row number 1. So for row number 1, we're going to keep our legs together, make a fist with your hands, press your knuckles together with your thumbs down and your elbows open. We're going to inhale, scoop the belly in, pull back. On the exhale, arms extend, they open, fold forward, hook your hands together, inhale, lift up higher, and then exhale, reach to your toes. We'll come back up, knuckles together, thumbs pointing down. Inhale, scoop back, exhale, arms extend, open wide, fold forward, hook together, inhale, lift arms higher. Exhale, extend to your toes. Come back up, knuckles together, thumbs pointing down. Inhale, scoop back, exhale, arms extend, open, fold forward, hook together, inhale, lift up. Exhale to your toes. And we're back up, knuckles together, thumbs pointing down. Inhale, scooping back. Exhale, arms extend, open, fold forward. Hook together, inhale, lift up higher. Exhale, reach to your toes. And we're back up, let's do one more. Knuckles together, thumbs pointing down. Inhale, scooping back. Exhale, arms extend, open wide. Fold forward, hook together, inhale, lift up higher. And then exhale, reach to your toes. From there, let's come back up. And then once we're up, we'll just cross our legs Taylor style. Let's open our palms to face the sky. Let the back of your hands rest on your knees. And simply drop your chin to your chest and breathe into that neck. Lift the head to back, open the throat. Exhale again, chin to chest. Inhale, lift the head to back, open the throat. Once more, exhale, chin to the chest. Inhale, lift the head to back, open the throat. And then we'll bring our head to that neutral place. Let's drop the left ear towards the left shoulder, roll the chin to the chest, and then right ear to right shoulder. Chin back down to the chest, and we roll left. Chin to the chest, and roll right. Chin to the chest, and roll left. Chin to the chest and roll right. And then chin to the chest and let the head come back to neutral. Let your palms press together. Lace all of your fingers. Push your palms away. Let's lean a little bit forward. and then press towards the sky and let the arms float all the way down. Once they're down, we'll do a couple nice shoulder rolls from back to front. Increase to some larger circles, some really big ones, and then that big stretch high overhead, and exhale, hands to our heart. From here, we'll take one more inhale. Exhale as we soften, and then let's make our way onto our hands and knees. So once we've made it to those hands and knees, check that you've got shoulders over hands, hips over knees, tops of the feet pressed into the mat. Foundational hands, nice wide spread fingers, pressing through second, third, and fourth knuckles. We're going to sink our navel, lift our tailbone, lift our head, open our heart, cow, and then exhale, nice round for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Try once more. Inhale, cow. And exhale, round cat. And then make your way back to neutral spine. From there, extend through the heel of your right foot. Add the left arm forward, palm opening to the sky. Nice spinal balance. Exhale, lower, and we'll switch, extend. Exhale, lower, switch, extend. Exhale, lower, switch, extend. And then exhale, lower, remaining on all fours. Big toes close. Separate the knees. Push back with your tailbone. Drop the chest through your knees, forehead to the mat. Open your palms to the sky and breathe. Feeling the stretch going all the way down the length of the spine as well as down the sides of the ribs. Come back into your foundational hands. Go ahead, tuck your toes under, and let's build downward facing dog. So when we're going up, we want to feel our rib cage pulling closer to our thighs. Want to feel the back of our shoulder blades reaching towards the gluteals. Want to feel our heels pressing down, and relax the shoulders. Relax the neck. Nodding our head yes. Shaking our head no. Letting that head just dangle and walk your dog. Lifting and lowering each heel individually. And then just pressing the heels down. Now let's inhale ourselves into a good straight plank. So belly button tight. And then exhale back up into down dog. Inhale to plank. And exhale down dog. Once again, inhale, hold your plank. Now modify to your knees. And as we exhale, elbows are opening. We're lowering down chest first, then hips. Elbows tuck in, press through the tops of the feet and the hip bones. Lengthen the spine. Let's rise for that cobra. And then exhale, opening, coming down. Inhale, always lengthening before we rise. Exhale, coming down. Once more, inhale, lengthen and rise. Now let's push all the way back and go back into extended child's pose. Once again, reaching our fingertips towards the front end of our mat. Palms facing up. Flip the hands over, foundational hands, tuck our toes, and we're back up into downward facing dog. Walking our dog a few more times. Pressing those heels down. And then from there, stepping forward with our right foot, placing it between our hands. So that's going to bring us into runner's lunge. Got a nice straight line from the top of our head, reaching out through the heel of our left foot. And then simply sink down onto the left knee and press to the top of the left foot. Let's lift up our body. That becomes our crescent moon. So think about opening the front of your body. Exhale, fold in half. Tuck the toes under, lift the left knee again, bringing us back into our lunge. Then we'll send our right foot back. There's our plank. Let's press back up into another down dog. And then we'll step our left foot forward. So we want to bring that foot right up between the hands, checking that our knee is over our ankle, back leg long and straight. Sink down to the right knee, press to the top of your right foot. Reach to the sky, press it in. Exhale, fold forward, hands on the mat. Tucking the toes under, go ahead and lift the right knee once again. Now let's step our right foot forward. Bring your toes close with your heels apart and slowly roll up from there. Just want to reach high and touch the sky. Exhale to our heart. Inhale again to the sky. Exhale to our heart. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Stepping back, right foot, left foot brings us to plank. Modify if you'd like. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale again, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, rolling up, reach to the sky. Exhale to our heart. Again, inhale, extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, let's lower. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale again, down dog. Now let's step the right foot forward and just hang out in runner's lunge. Once there, let's push the left heel down, turn the left toes out slightly. Draw a straight line from the right heel to the back of your left heel. Now lift upper body. We're going to keep our hip bones facing forward and our shoulders square, and then we can add arms, and that becomes warrior one. Now let the arms open wide. Start to pull the right leg straight. Rotate upper body, and we end up facing the wide edge of our mat. Toes are in, heels are out, palms to the sky. 5-pointed star. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, brush the earth. Rise for sunflower. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Once more, exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. And let the arms open wide, coming back into 5-pointed star. Now let's hold the belly button tight and hinge forward, stopping when we're parallel to the mat, and there's our straddle airplane. And then let's exhale and let your hands return to the mat. Once they've made it onto the mat, press down into those palms. Inhale, look out. And exhale, we're going to bend the elbows, let the upper body sink deeper down. And remember, bent knees is perfectly fine. Let go of any tension that you're holding in the upper body. Just take one more inhale. On the exhale, press down through the palms. Again, pushing arms straight. And then let's walk ourselves back around into runner's lunge, facing the front edge of our mat. Once there, let's press down with the left hand. Inhale, right arm to the side. Exhale, revolve at our waist. And there's our twisting lunge. Exhale, bring the right hand down. We'll step our left foot forward. Toes close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach to the sky. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back, plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lengthen, rise into cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, your back up into down dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale, down dog. Now we'll step left foot between the hands, bringing us into runner's lunge. Once there, right heel pushes down. Turn the toes out slightly. Align your left heel with the back of your right heel. Let's lift upper body. Got knee over ankle, hip bones facing forward, shoulders square. Arms extend. Warrior one. And then let's open the arms wide. Start to pull the left leg straight. We'll revolve upper body. And that brings us so we face the wide edge of our mat. Palms to the sky. Toes in, heels out. 5-pointed star. Inhale, touch the sky. Exhale, fold forward, brush the earth. Inhale, back up for sunflower. Exhale, folding. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Once more, exhale, fold. And inhale, rise. And then let's return to 5-pointed star. Keeping that belly button nice and tight. Begin to hinge forward. And again, we stop once we're parallel to the mat. There's our straddle airplane. And then exhale, hands release to the mat. Once there, inhale, press through the palms, look out. Exhale, elbows bend, and we're going to melt down. And again, upper body becomes very released, relaxed. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to. Go ahead and press down through your palms. We'll push the arms straighter and straighter. And then we can walk ourselves back around into that runner's lunge. Let's keep pressing down through the right hand. Inhale, left arm out to the side. Exhale, revolve at the waist. And there's our twisting lunge. Exhale the hand down. We'll step the right foot forward, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. And exhale to the heart. Inhale again, extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back, plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lengthen, rise, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale again, down dog. Send the right foot forward between the hands, bringing us back into runner's lunge. So now, once you've got your lunge established, see if you can lift up our body, bringing us into high lunge. And then we can add arms to the sky, and there's our crescent lunge. And then open the arms wide. Start to pull the right leg straight, pushing the left heel down. Let's bring ourselves back into 5-pointed star. Outstretched arms, palms opening to the sky, toes are in, heels are out. And then let the arms lower down behind us. Let's hook our hands together. Once we've got them hooked together, start to pull down with your hands. While you're doing that, we're going to open the throat by tipping the head back slightly. And just breathe into the chest and across the front of our shoulders. And then inhale, neutralize the spine. Exhale, re-extend the arms. And we're back into our star. Now let's turn our right toes to the front end of our mat and align our right heel with our left arch. We want to keep the front of our body facing the the wide side of the mat, and when you're ready, bend the right knee. Want to bring it out over the ankle without going beyond our toes. There's our warrior two. Let's pull straight. And again, bend that right knee. And then pull straight. And I want you to keep your legs straight, but stretch that right arm forward, and then lift the right hand as you lower your left. Turn right palm to sky, and there's reverse triangle. And then while you're there, bend the right knee, and there's reverse warrior. And then let's bring right forearm to right thigh, left hand to the sky. There's our modified extended angle pose. And then let the left arm start lowering towards the left hip so it can make a full circle around, bringing us right back up into warrior two. And then pulling that right leg straight once again, so we're back where we started. Our left hip begins to pull left, and our right arm starts reaching out from as far away from that left hip as we can. Once we can't go any farther, lower the right, lift the left, and that should bring us into our triangle. So want to feel very open, very flat. Left hip pressing slightly forward, left shoulder pulling slightly back. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, let's begin to bend the right knee, revolve the upper body, returning to runner's lunge. Once you've made it into our lunge, let's push our weight forward onto the right foot as we're straightening the right leg. Send the left leg behind you, hip level, and your hands have formed a tripod with your right foot, and there's tripod balance. Feel free to keep both hands down or reposition your right hand so your right thumb is aligned with your right pinky toe. We're rolling the left hip open, left arm to the sky, and there's our half moon balance. Exhale, left hand down. If it's lifted, we'll step the left foot in. Toes close, heels apart. Let's inhale, roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. Exhale to our heart. Once again, inhale, extend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. Exhale, sink deeper. Left foot back, right foot back into our plank. Exhale as we lower. Inhale as we lengthen, rise into cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, return to plank. And exhale again, down dog. Left foot steps between the hands, returning us to runner's lunge. And once we feel established in our lunge, let's lift upper body, bringing us into our high lunge. And then if you wish, you can add your arms for crescent lunge. And then go ahead and open the arms. Let's start pushing the right heel down, straightening the left leg. And that's going to bring us back into five-pointed star. So we've got outstretched arms, toes and heels out. Breathe. Again, let's lower the arms behind us. Let them hook together. Pull down with your hands. And while you're doing that, opening the heart by dropping the head back slightly to open the throat and feeling those shoulder blades drawing together. And then inhale back to your neutral spine. Release the hands, and we're back into our five-pointed star. Now let's turn our left toes to the front end of our mat. Align our left heel with our right arch. Look beyond that left palm and bend the left knee. Centering our body weight into both feet. There's our warrior two. And then let's pull the left leg straight. And let's do that again. Bending that knee. Good, and then we'll pull it straight again. And now keeping your legs straight, stretch the left arm forward and then lift the left, lower the right, push left palm to the sky. Let your right hand rest on that back right thigh, and there's our reverse triangle. And then we're simply going to bend the left knee, and that's going to bring us into reverse warrior. And then as we exhale, let's bring left forearm to left thigh, right hand to the sky. There's our modified extended angle pose. And then we'll let that right arm start to lower towards the right hip. It's going to make a full circle. And then it's going to pull us right back up into warrior two. So looking out past that left hand. Go ahead and pull the left leg straight once again. We're back where we started. And now our right hip is going to pull right. And our left arm is going to stretch far, far away. Once we can't go any further in either direction, we lower the left and we lift the right. Pressing right hip slightly forward, rolling right shoulder slightly back. And that brings us into our triangle pose. And let's take one more inhale. On the exhale, start to lower that right arm towards your hip, then bend the left knee. Return to runner's lunge. Once we've made it back into our lunge, we're going to push our weight forward onto our left foot as we're straightening left leg. Extend the right leg behind you in your hands. Form a tripod with your left foot. And there's our tripod balance. So it can remain there, or we can reposition and align our left thumb with our left pinky toe, rolling right hip open, adding right arm to the sky for half moon balance. From there, let's exhale, right hand down if it's lifted. We'll step the right foot in, toes close, heels apart. Inhale, let's roll up. Reach high, touch the sky. And exhale to our heart. Again, inhale to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look out. And exhale, sink deeper. Right foot back, left foot back into our plank. Let's position our right shoulder over our right wrist. We'll turn and open for side plank. Modify to the side of your right knee if you'd like. Left arm, left hand high. And then let's come back around to form our plank. And do the same thing other side. So we've got left shoulder over left wrist. We'll turn and open for side plank. And let's exhale, come back around into full plank. And then we'll press back up into downward facing dog. We'll walk our dog a few more times. Press both heels down. And then let's ease down onto all fours. Once there, the navel sinks, the tailbone lifts, head lifts, heart opens. And we exhale and round for our cat. And then return to neutral spine. Extend through the heel of your right foot. Add the left arm forward, palm opening to the sky. And then try lifting that left foot so it's not helping us balance. And then bring the left hand and foot back down. Let's pull the right knee forward so it comes up behind the right wrist. And then use your left hand to guide your right heel across the body. Think about aiming it at your right hip, left hip bone, and then pointing your right knee out to the side edge of your mat. From there, see if you can inch your left leg a little farther back and begin to sink down. We want to make sure that we're keeping the weight over the left hip and not drifting off into the right hip, right knee. And you're going to press down through the top of your left foot. Think about digging the outer edge of your right pinky toe into the mat. And that should keep the pose nice and active. Let's take one more inhale. On the exhale, let's make sure we're on our forearms. Tuck the left toes under so you can lift the left knee. And then step the right foot back, and that brings us into forearm plank. And just hold that belly button nice and tight. And then let's ease to the knees. We'll walk the hands back in so we end up on all fours. Once there, sink the navel, lift the tailbone, lift the head, open the heart cow. Exhale, round cat. And then return to neutral. Next, let's extend through the heel of the left foot. Add the right arm forward, and then see if you can lift the right foot so it's not helping us balance. And then we'll bring the right hand and foot back down. And let's pull the left knee forward so it comes up behind the left wrist. And then we'll use our right hand to guide that left heel across the body. We want to aim it at our right hip bone, pointing the left knee out to the edge of the mat. Start inching the right leg a little farther back, and then sink down as far as your body lets you go. Cross through the tops of your right toes and the outer edge of your left pinky toe. Taking one more inhale. On the exhale, let's make sure we're on our forearms. Tuck the right toes under so you can lift the right knee. And then we'll stretch the left leg back. And once again, we've returned to our forearm plank. And then let's ease to the knees. Walk the hands back in. Separate the knees, big toes closed, pushing all the way back. Extended child's pose. And then let's bring the hands in closer to the shoulders. That way we can lift up our body. We'll come around and have a seat. Once we've made it around, let's start with soles of feet together. And just let your feet rest in the palms of your hands. Inch your heels in as close to your body as you can, widening the knees and keeping that spine nice and open. So we're breathing into our inner thighs and our outer hips. And then let's soften a bit. We'll stretch your left leg out straight. And just place your right ankle on your left thigh. Use your right hand to push gently on that inner right thigh. So our legs look like the number 4, and we're just gently opening the hip and the inner thigh a little bit more. And then let's relax a little bit and shift your weight so it's more onto your left hip, so you can set the right foot down and bend the left knee. Now walk your left hand a little farther behind you so it's kind of close to your tailbone. And let's insert the upper right arm against our inner right thigh. And then inhale taller and straighter. And we're going to exhale, rotate at the waist to look over that left shoulder. And then let's inhale the right arm high. Exhale, let it float down. Let's stretch the right leg out straight. We'll keep the left knee bent, so we've got the bottom of our left foot pressed against the inner right thigh. Send the right hand towards your ankle, and then left arm comes up and over, palm to the sky. And let's lift the left, place the left hand on the mat. Inhale, lift the right, and then start to lift the hip. Turn right palm to the sky, push right foot into the mat. And then exhale as you sink back down. Once we're back down, let's come back to our seated butterfly. So again, we're going to bring our heels and feet together. Rest your feet in your hands and heels closer to your body. Breathing a little bit deeper into those inner thighs and outer hips. And then we'll exhale and soften a bit. We'll stretch the right leg out straight. Let's place our left ankle on our right thigh. And then use that left hand to push on the inner thigh. Breathing into that outer hip and inner thigh. And then let's ease up a bit and shift our weight onto the right hip so we can bend the right knee. Place the left foot on the floor. It's in front of the bent right leg, and then you can walk your right hand a little farther behind you. Insert upper left arm into inner left thigh. Inhale, taller and straighter. Exhale, looking over left shoulder. And then let's inhale the left arm high. Exhale, let it float down. Go ahead and stretch the left leg out. Place the right foot to the inside of the left thigh, and then we're going to reach left hand down towards the left ankle as we side bend over. And then we'll inhale the right arm up, place it on the mat behind us. Start to inhale left arm up, and then we'll raise that left hip, pushing the left foot down. And then as we exhale, let's sink that hip back down. And now let's stretch out both legs into that wide straddle. Hands can go between them. We're going to push back through the tailbone. Start to lengthen the spine, pulling forward. So we want to think about getting our belly button to the mat. Forget about getting your head down. If you can get your belly button down, your head's going to follow. And then let's inhale the way back up. Bring our legs back together. And now let's bend the knees and place our hands behind our thighs. We're going to relax our shoulders. Keep the head held high and tighten the belly. Find your balance on your tailbone. And let's make sure that we're not letting the back round. And then see if we can begin to straighten your legs, going wherever you can without rounding. And then we'll rebend. And let's try again. And then once you feel like you've stabilized, try adding your arms. And then we're going to lower just the legs. Reach up high and touch the sky. Let the arms come forward to shoulder level. And then begin to hinge forward, melting your belly button down, your chest, and then your head. And then let's roll back up. And let's bring ourselves back into an easy cross-legged position. Letting our palms open face to the sky once again. And allowing that chin to drop to the chest. So we're just letting go of any tension from the neck. And lift the head, we'll tip back, open our throat. And then come back to a neutral place. Turn our eyes to look over the right shoulder. Come Come back to center, we'll turn and look left. And then back to center, hands together at the heart. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, lower the left. Stretch a little higher with the right. Side bend to the left. Sweep forward, reach out, come up. And then take it back out. Sweep forward and lift up. And bring the left hand up. And then we'll switch. So right hand comes down, left hand a little higher. Side bend to the right. Sweep forward, reach out, come up. And then take it back out. Sweep forward, reach back up. And bring the left hand up as well. And then we'll press palms together and return to the heart. Place our fingers, pressing our palms forward, leaning a little bit forward, pressing back up to the sky. And bring the arms forward once again. Turn your palms to face you and like you're holding a large ball. Pull the belly button tighter and rotate that torso to the left. Come back to neutral and we'll rotate right. And then back to neutral. And then inhale, open your arms and your heart. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Once more, inhale, open, wider, wider, widest. And let your hands pull together, and we made it. All right, that took care of our Pilates yoga combo for today. Don't forget, lots of water throughout the day. Want to keep everything nice and juicy and working. Random acts of kindness all over the place to all living sentient beings. I thank you for joining me. I will be back tonight to let you know what we've got taking place tomorrow. So you know what to do. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay kind. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.